Nigga fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man. Drop this shit. What up?
I have people talking out there asking on Twitter about Toad Slaughter and Hollow and Mook. Is that a battle y'all are going for? Because Hollow's been tweeting out Toad Slaughter, and we know Mook just wants the bag. So is that sending the fans to just not even look forward to it?
Listen, I would love to do that match. You know what I'm saying? I would love to do the match. I'm diligently working towards it. I know a lot of people have said, oh, that's going to be on Summer Madness 6 or whatever the case may be. I mean, that is a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know the numbers that Mook, we know the numbers that Mook is looking for. It's no secret, right? What was the last quote that you heard on him that you guys have heard? I just was curious. What were the numbers that you heard?
He said $100,000. He said $100,000, but then he said they can negotiate.
Right. So a negotiation might be, 20% less than that, 30% less than that? So now if you have that number, right, and then you take Hollow the Don, who's a doorbuster, you know what I'm saying, who's at the pinnacle of the game, you know what I'm saying? Do you think that he's going to sit there and let Murda Mook get that kind of money and him just take like $15,000 or something, $20,000? He's not going to do that. No one. He's not going to. It's not in his interest. He's just as big of a name. He's the man of this era. He's active. He's dope. He's not going to do that. He's not. Why would he do that? There's no way he's going to take 30 and Mook take 100. He's just not going to do that. But let's just now let's just say Mook takes 80 and Howell takes 40, right? For argument's sake. That's $120,000, right?
3 rounds.
Now, I got to go find a venue that can bring that money back, right? And a venue that brings that money back is $25,000 to $30,000, maybe more with all this hip-hop stuff that's happening in the city. So now we're looking at one match that's $150,000, $140,000 for one battle, right? Then y'all are not going to let me slide. I'm going to have to put together a crazy card around that, at least another 3 to 4 matches. So you're talking, upwards of, over $200,000. So even if I charged $100, even if I charged $100 to get in, right? Because I can't pass the cost that much on to the consumer. Even if I charged 100 racks to get in, and 2,000 people showed up, which is a lot, right? I still would only be making $200,000. I still might come up short, or, I break even. So basically, I'm using all my resources, my brand, my company, to pay somebody all that money, and then I go home with nothing? Like, does Oscar De La Hoya do a fight in the Golden Boy Promotions and just go home with nothing? Like, why would he do that? Like, or risk not even breaking even? And then y'all know what happened. Man, you already didn't pay me, man. They said they jerked me, man. Bad business. That's not even feasible. That's stadium money. $100,000 is stadium money, and I can't say that he's not worth the money, because anybody can. Whatever you feel you're worth is what you're worth. It's not my right to say that. What it is my right is to make an offer and for someone to accept it, or for them to make an offer and for me to accept it. And at this time, we don't have those kind of resources. I don't think the culture is there yet. The turnout is not there yet to ensure that. That would mean that 5,000 people, or 3,000 to 4,000 people would have to show up paying $100 a ticket, okay? To even make that remotely make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because any investor you get is going to want a return on their money. Nobody's doing this to break even or be slightly above just so a battle can happen. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it can happen. I would love for it to happen. And, if there's any, NBA stars, rappers, or fans who think that this battle is worth that money, set up a GoFundMe towards URL, I would put up a significant amount of money. I'm not, I know it costs money, but at what cost? You know, do you guys feel that it's worth that much money? You know, because for $150,000, I could book the most fierce card in the world. You know what I'm saying? But that still is a lot of money. And I think battle rap is niche. And, you know, you'll have your quarterbacks, yo, man, you could put it on pay-per-view. And, you know, but then, you know, stream, the same people be, yo, you got the stream? You got the free version? And, you know, it's just a lot of money. You could go television pay-per-view, but then, you know, you have to commit to a certain amount of money with television pay-per-view. You have to just automatically put up like $50,000 just to be on television. And then, you know, you got to have satellite trucks and all types of other crazy things that, you know, cost a lot of bread, and hope that you have the level of promotion to attract buyers to come on to Time Warner pay-per-view and get on all those carriers to get that stuff going. That takes a lot of money, you know what I'm saying, to make that happen. And I don't see the return. You know what I'm saying? Now, would I like to see it? Yes. If somebody's going to offer me the money to get it done, yes, I would do it. But then does that create turmoil in the culture? Because then do other guys equate themselves to those numbers? Well, if he's got 100, I'm worth 75.
Yeah.
He got 100, shit, man, I know I ain't the biggest guy, but if he got 80, I could at least get 20. And then you have everybody, you know, trying to get the most money as they should, and then you're left with a bunch of disgruntled people who feel that, you know, certain guys got preferential treatment. And it's easy for the guys at the top to say, I deserve it. I'm the reason why. But the guy who's coming up, he's not trying to hear that shit. He's like, yo, man, if you paid him 40, why can't I get 17? You know what I'm saying? Now you got 4 or 5 guys trying to get $17,000, $20,000. Where does that leave? You know, how do you recoup that money? Where does it come from? How do you get it back? Are they really going to come out like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what level of promotion would you have to spend? It's fair to say that 2,000 people may show up for that match. You know what I'm saying? Like Summer Madness, we had about 2,000 people come in and out through that day, through the door, maybe a little more. You know what I'm saying? That was a great time. But now, is that going to happen again? Can we ensure that that's going to happen? Even if that happened again, it still wouldn't recoup that cost, or the recoupment. But after recoupment, it might be, you know, a little bit of money left, $10,000. So, what investor, or either us personally, why would we do that? What would be the purpose in doing something like that? It makes absolutely no sense. Now, you know what I mean, I want to do it, and I've had some offers of people that have tried to help me get it done, and we're working diligently for it to happen. But, you know, if somebody else, you know, chooses to do it, we're not blocking it, you know what I mean? It probably won't be the same if it's not on URL, because I'm pretty sure Hollow wants to beat them on Smack, so it counts. So there's no, if it was on URL, it would have been different. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what people say about Lux and Mook, like, if that battle was on Smack, the outcome would have been different. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people want to see it happen. You know what I mean? So that there's no story, or there's no weird crowd there that doesn't understand the bars. The energy's different. You know, you want it to be the way you're accustomed to seeing it and how you want it to happen, you know? So it's an interesting matchup. I want to see it. I would love for it to happen. We're still working to try and get it done. But, I mean, at those numbers, you know, you guys got to ask yourself, do you think it's worth it? If you guys think it's worth it, help us do it. Somebody start a GoFundMe Smack, you know, Hollow the Don versus Murda Mook, and, you know, see what money is raised up, and see, then we can kind of equate the worth of that match, if what people think. You know, maybe we'll look up and there'll be $50,000, $60,000 in there. Maybe we'll look up and there'll be $6,000 in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's really about, you know, do the people, you know, I want the people to hit us up and tell us, do they think that, you know, we should do it? You know, you're going to get people saying, just pay you guys to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? It's not that easy, man. It's a tough thing. I mean, what is your opinion on it? Do you think that the battle's worth that much money?
Yo, man, Man, this whole shit crazy, man. I think Mook is already tripping himself just for asking for that much. I think he's lost his goddamn mind because the way I'm looking at this shit is that he don't need battle rap. His manager campaign said he don't need it. So it's just like, if you don't need it, why are you going so hard for the $100,000? I don't know, bro. And then Jay Mills,
that's
Jay Mills, who the fuck?
To get $100,000 is like Barclays Center money. You feel what I'm saying? So now I gotta go out and try to get the Barclays Center and hope that the Barclays Center packs. Tall order. That's 17,000, 18,000 people that you have to assume are gonna come out and pay this money. You know what I'm saying? That's not. You know what I mean? That's a whole different sound system, shooting. That is a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, Beasley, is the pay-per-view that bad? Because I remember after the other pay-per-view, Smack ran on Instagram the move when y'all got the bands for you. So it's just like, how bad is the pay-per-view? I understand niggas is bootlegging it, but how bad is it? Did you not get
you got to understand, like, our bootlegging is way higher than anybody else's.
Okay.
It's a bigger league. It's like our viewership is higher than anyone else's. Our bootlegging is higher. Our bootlegging is higher than anybody else's. You know what I'm saying? If you put a battle on another channel, a big battle might do 50, 60,000. You put a decent battle on our channel, you're gonna break 150, 200. So the interest is higher on URL. So if we do a pay-per-view event, the interest is higher. So the bootlegging is going to be higher. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's a different thing. It's a higher level of interest. So, you know, it's really a super risk to do something like that. There's no determining, and I feel like a lot of times pay-per-view can ruin the energy.
Yeah.
Like,
it
doesn't have any. There's no legendary status behind it. You know what I'm saying? So. There's no legendary status behind it. It's like there's no mystery. It's just like it's here and it's done. It's like a one-night stand on the road. Like, you get the chick, she's bad, you pick her up, take her to the crib, smash, do everything you want to do with her. In the morning, you're like, what do we even need to go to dinner for? I've had my fun already. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't cherish it the same way. It doesn't have the same cultural impact or meaning to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not opposed to it. If y'all want to, if we have to do that to make it happen, you know what I'm saying, I would do it. But is it going to generate, is the question. Is it going to make the money back? And is anyone else willing to take the risk? A lot of people want to be Floyd Mayweather of battle rap, but you have to put up money to be Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather puts up a great deal of his own personal money to make these things happen. We can't be Mayweather and don't put up any money. You can't tell me to take all the risks and then make the least amount of the money, or take all the risks and then get nothing.
Yeah, you might choke and too fucking around.
That makes any man look crazy. Because it's like, what if whether the battle is good or bad, it's already sold. That's not the problem. I don't think Murda Mook's a talent, Hollow's a super talent. I don't think that the battle would be bad. But my thing is it going to generate the money that it costs to put that up? Because it's not just the person. It's everything else around it. It's the shooting. It's the audio. It's the venue. It's the rest of the card. It's the hype, the promotion. You spending that much money, you got to go out and hire a publicist that's going to be worth $7,000-$8,000 a month. Like, it's a lot of other expenses. Radio promotion. You can't play. You got to go all the way. That's not something that you can, dabble with. You know what I'm saying? So people have to take these things into consideration, especially if you're aiming to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is a lot of money on the line. Now, if I could pay what the total slaughter price was for Murda Mook, then maybe we could do it. But that's evident. I'm not getting charged the total slaughter price. So.
Oh, really? What's the total slaughter price?
I mean, I can't divulge the information, but people that's in the know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
But it was.
I mean, they made some money there. Not that, because the top. You think about it, the alleged total slaughter price, even for Joe Budden, wasn't that much. Wasn't $100K. You know what I'm saying? But as I said, listen, anybody could charge whatever they want. That's nobody. That's none of my business. That's his price. His price is his price. You know what I'm saying? You can't argue with the man's price. If that's the money that he wants for his battle, if he believes that that's what he's worth and he's going to hold out for that price, you know what I'm saying? That's fine. It's up to us to make an offer.
Fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man. Drop this shit. What up?